More free money. That's what I'm hearing. More free money. We like that. Some people like that anyway.
Or another way to put it is free money for longer. So, you know, Bernanke was out last week talking about the weak jobs market. We have Yellen out last night, and then Bill Dudley out this morning. This is the triumvirate power base of the Fed, the three leading officials, all talking about, you know, the job market is still very weak. They're not convinced that the recovery has gained a lot of traction. And they're sending a very clear signal that people need to understand, and the market seems to continue to confuse it. A, they're committed to keeping rates low until late 2014. That policy does not look like it's changing anytime soon. B, they are not moving forward with quantitative easing. They need to see the economy getting weaker before they do any more. It's something that's on the table, but it's not something that's going to happen anytime soon.
All right, John, throw out the part about the quantitative easing. I'll let the market people worry about that. We do have a Fed meeting, I guess, on April 23rd, and they'll hash it out, and of course we'll find out about it. But talking about long-term interest rates, and I think a lot of home borrowers in the housing market, people are very concerned about this, and the credit markets obviously as well. You talk about an internal formula at the Fed about for that sort of comes up with this idea that they need to keep interest rates low. Yellen talking obviously that it could last beyond 2014. What is the sort of the magic piece of that formula that's deciding to keep interest rates low?
Well, I mean, there is no magic formula. What Yellen gave a very interesting talk last night, where she kind of took readers and viewers into her way of thinking about these questions. And she took people through the different models that she looks at to try to make decisions about where rates should be and for how long they should be there. So, and there isn't one, like I say, magical formula. There's a lot of different models that you could look at, and she walked people through some of them. There's something called optimal control policy, where you basically use a forecasting model and say, well, what's the mix of inflation and unemployment that's kind of best given my priorities. And using some of these models, there's also something called the Taylor rule, which is like a rule of thumb for the mix of inflation and unemployment that you should have in the economy, or mix of output. And using these numbers, you get to low rates according to, with her assumptions, 2014 or even later.